Welcome to being lost on this old Yoda. And today, we're on the side of a mountain somewhere in North Carolina on a gravel road where I haven't seen anyone for a good, hour or so. That's a lie. There's someone camping a few miles up the road, but they are not moving anywhere anytime soon. In fact, this road has a gate in front of it that you probably can't drive down part of the year. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. I'm not all that familiar with this stuff yet. But welcome to my midlife dad crisis adventure series with this old Yoda. Now, that may not be a thing, but if you're like me and you want to seek adventure, then you're in the right place. I decided this morning I wanted to take my drones, my hobby, my life. I just wanted to have an adventure and explore. So I put some gas in the gas tank, charged up the drones, started driving right into a rainstorm. So I ended up in the mountains and it started raining, and it's been raining off and on since I've been here. But you know what? I don't care, because instead of looking at my miles per gallon as they ticked off, I had smiles per gallon. Every single mile on the way up to this place, which is about an hour and a half to the start of this road, and then maybe another hour to get to this point, has been absolutely pleasurable. Driving around in my 13-year-old midlife crisis, aka my dad cruiser, Land Cruiser, has been a dream. Everything I've ever asked for. I'm a recovering sports car-aholic. All I used to do is drive around shifting gears, and I still can't wait to get back to that side of life. But the last 3 hours of my life have been absolutely comfortable. I didn't need to stop to stretch my legs or to move into a different position. I just sat the seat back, relaxed, and cruised. When I hit the gravel road and the bump started, I didn't care, because the car is built for it. I've even pulled off into a few extra parking spots, maybe including this one here, just to see what the flex felt like. There's something to be said about taking a car out into the middle of nowhere and just having fun and enjoying yourself. And that's what I'm here for. I grew up in a city-style environment around bricks and mortar and buildings, and there really was nowhere to go but a ride to the beach once in a while. And for me, I really just wanted more exploration and more adventure in my life. So today, I took a ride up to what we call North Carolina. It's actually an old road. It's called Old NC 105. It is kind of the beginner adventure capital for anyone that wants to take a ride off-road, take your four-wheel drive off into the mountains. There's some cool camping areas up here. There's some amazing cool places to see, take the kids, ride around. However, I wouldn't do it in my Mustang. I wouldn't even consider doing it in my Mustang. The roads up here are not meant for rear-wheel drive sports cars. I've seen a few BMWs. I've seen a few Ford Focuses here and there. I've even seen an old Ford something or other broken down on the road back one time. These roads are not treacherous, but they're not built for the average car. So why not take an overbuilt car out for a Sunday drive and just clear your head? Because one of the things I've learned in life is experiences trump things. And if you can have something that you can have experiences in, then you're just really challenging and getting to that next stage of life. So for me, I'm excited to share this adventure, share a little bit of what we're doing. Hopefully I can get the drone in the air. I've got a little bit of sunny skies right now. Maybe we'll include some drone footage, hopefully. But this place is absolutely magically relaxing. Now, one of the cool things about coming out to the North Carolina mountains is the abundance of the abundance of places to camp, the abundance of things to do. I was just driving down the road and I saw a campsite. I wanted to explore a little bit, backed in, pulled in, stopped the car, got out, started walking, got rained on, but you know what? It really didn't matter. It was kind of cool to see a campsite in the mountains that I really haven't seen before. One of the funny things about that is I got back in the car, I started the car, I looked up, I see a dog poking through the woods. I figured it was lost. It really wasn't lost. It looked like he's found his home. So I walked over, I called to the dog, and I noticed there's a little trail down to somewhere it stayed. And I wasn't going down the dog trail, but that to me was just amazing, that what looked like a wild dog, but obviously at one point it was domesticated, hair overgrown, looked like it was perfectly comfortable living in the woods. Now hopefully that owner isn't looking for it, but if so, it looks quite comfortable, and I hopefully it's going to be okay. Who knows? But I will tell you, on the way here, I was able to kind of just clear my head and relax and just soak in the views. I really wasn't worried about the vehicle. I wasn't worried about the adventure. I wasn't worried about what I'd run into when I got there, except for maybe a few reckless drivers on this one-lane road, because there are not many places to turn around and there's some steep cliffs. But tell you what, we'll get you in the car, we'll look at some of the ride, we'll talk about some of the experiences on the way back, and let's go ahead and see what this looks like on the way back. Now, I don't know exactly what side road this is, but this will take us back to Old NC 105. I've come down, I'm gonna go head back up north, or not north, or back up the hill. It's all downhill from here, but back up the mountain to get to Old NC 105. We'll include some of that ride and some of the adventure along the way. So thanks for tuning in to This Old Yoda. Be sure to like, subscribe, watch some of these adventures. Hey, I don't necessarily know what I'm doing, but I'm finding my way along the way as it goes, and I urge you to, because finding adventure is what we're here for. Having experiences and sharing those experiences with each other is something that we all have the unique gift to do. So join me as I learn to adventure in the mountains, where I, quite honestly, am new to journeying and adventures. One of the things that I know about off-roading is, you want to air down and lower the air pressure in your tires. These roads really aren't that bad where I feel I need to drop the air pressure. So we'll save that for a later video and a later point in time. But if you just want to come out and have a nice, relaxing ride in the mountains, Old NC 105, I'll put a link in the description to how you can get here and where you can find it on the maps. It's a pretty nice little ride. It's nothing that's going to scare you off road-wise. If you've got a vehicle you trust, bring it on up and have some fun. We'll see you soon, and take a look at this adventure. And like I said, like, subscribe, and have a fun, wonderful, adventurous day. All right, let's continue with this journey. So this is just a gravel road with some nice views. Checking it out. One of the cool things about driving out in the mountains out here is you really don't run into many people. I've been kind of hanging out here for the past, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes, maybe even, yeah, I guess almost an hour at this point, and there just hasn't been anyone. What you've got are these pull-off areas right here, where you can kind of do a U-turn or do some camping. I'll show you some of these areas. There's a little path to go hiking. I'm not sure what trail that is, but there's a trail you can go off and go down there. And if you come and look across, there's another trail that is blocked off to driving, but at one point I'm sure cars could go down there. So it's a pretty nice little area to explore. So again, I'll have to maybe look at a map and figure out where I'm at, but yeah, this is a nice little place to do some exploring in the mountains. It's a quiet ride. I honestly, like I said, I haven't seen anyone. Maybe it's because it's a Sunday, but it's still a nice day. Just imagine many people aren't out here in the middle of nowhere driving around just to get some relaxation, right? That's what life is about sometimes. It's not about the hustle and bustle. I grew up in a city. We all work hard, but sometimes we need to remember to play hard as well. Yeah, this is a nice little road. I am undecided on how far I'm going to go. I just keep seeing access for vans, so it's definitely not completely alone in the wilderness out here, but that's a nice little spot out there. So yeah, adventuring in the mountains isn't all that bad. We'll let you take a look at a little bit more of the ride, but yeah, nice little ride in the woods. Do I know where I'm at? Absolutely not. Am I enjoying and smiling every moment? Absolutely. So I assume if you're seeing this, I made it home safe. If I don't see this, this will be recovered in the woods somewhere at some point in time in the future. But just know I went out smiling and having fun. But yeah, I'm not too worried about it. It's definitely a good place, good, safe drive to have. All right, well, we'll go ahead and close it up with this adventure. It's almost time to head back to civilization soon for life to begin again. But thanks for joining me on this adventure. This old Yoda is about going out and experiencing life in every old Yoda in every way possible. So stay tuned, more old Yodas. This just happens to be an adventure in the Land Cruiser 200 series. But yeah, check it out. Subscribe, like. Watch out for more Yoda adventures in the future. Talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.